Good afternoon. This is Kent Barr from the Bemidji Curling Club, broadcasting the mixed doubles national tournament, the 2026 version. We are featuring sheet 3 again, which this time will be Susan Dutt and Daniel Dutt. And they'll be playing Christine McMakin and Sam Strouse. We're just finishing up with the last shot draw. Trying to get the button. Very good throw. They'll measure that, and it'll be the other turn immediately afterwards. So this is a Strouse McMakin team right now. Officials, Brian Glenn, Steve Shields measuring on their sheet. Well, we're glad to have you joining us for this event. We are on the draw number 3. If you didn't hear that, they're going to be throwing the counterclockwise draw to the button. The one with the lowest total inches or centimeters away from the button between the two teams, when they add them together, will have hammer. In the game we're about to broadcast. 8 ends. Live action. We would like to invite you to come out to the Curling Club here in Bemidji and watch action in person. If there's any way you can, we got cozy confines here, nice and warm inside, looking out with good viewing. Here comes the counterclockwise LSD shot from Christine. The rocks take a while before they break, and when they break pretty hard. Good for come-arounds. Solid 4-foot rock. They'll have a good total. I did not catch how much the total was for the Dutt team. Susan and Daniel. We've had a lot of good curling action already. This being draw number 3. Susan and Daniel are coached by their father, Brian Dutt. Your timer for this sheet is Tim Johnson. See him behind the screen right alongside the clock. I would guess this is going to be a really good game. Looking forward to it. We are back to Pool A. McMakin Strouse team was ranked 2nd on team or Pool A, 4th overall. This is ranking by the teams and the coaches. The Dutt team was ranked 9th. 16 teams. I expect that we'll see a good match. Mike Schmidt out there doing the last mop of the ice. Boy, we got a working crew here this weekend. Got the local Bemidji volunteer crew, and we have also those from the USCA, headed up by Sean Olson. They do a fantastic job. They did a flood on Sunday night. And then we had some games played, 2-on-2, our competitive 2-on-2 league on Monday, and another league after that, an open league. Trying to get it ready for this event. Getting all ready to play. That was Steve Shields giving last-minute instructions to the curlers as they come out on sheet 2, 3, and 4, as well as 5. We are not using 1 and 6. So it's the 4 inner sheets. We broadcast live all 4 of the sheets, where you can watch the combination on the web. The voice and announcing for the voice is on sheet 3 this week. It's our championship sheet. So Sam Strouse and Christine McMakin ended up with a hammer, having the lowest LSD. Daniel and Susan Dutt will have set the guard rock. So they'll be throwing the first stones. Curling rocks are roughly 42 pounds or thereabouts. Special rocks used for this game. Very hard construction in those rocks. You don't see many of them chip or break ever. Bemidji Curling Club started out in 1935 in downtown Bemidji, 91 years ago. When that building collapsed, they built a new rink in 1967, and that's the one that we're at presently. We've seen a lot of upgrades. And here's first draw. Susan's rock. Just rubs that rock in the back 4 foot. So Susan will be throwing the first and the 5th rock, although they can change that up during the game, but in between ends. Christine McMakin, curling for quite a while at a high level. Here she comes with her draw. Trying to get right to that button. And she is, well, about a quarter of it on the button. Cannot take out any rocks out of play until the 4th rock. If you do, and you're the offending team, you pull your rock out and place the other team that you hit out back to the spot that it was. Close, this is curling tight. Gets by it. Drawing into the middle and trying to move that a little bit. Quite successful with it. Perhaps rolled a little bit more than they would have liked, but it's a great shot. Both the yellow rocks are behind the tee line. Sam Strouse get to the inside of that rock. Again, another rock that's going to be close to that guard. Squeaks it by. Bumps out that shot rock. The yellow team of Strouse and McMakin are lane 3. Daniel will be throwing a draw into those with backing on the left side with the intern, clockwise turn. Daniel throws his rock and gets up and goes sweep his own rock. As his sister, Susan, is calling it out the line. Get around their own guard. Going to the one that was in the top of the button. They are fully into the 4-foot. Here comes Clem. Nice release. Staying out there until we get almost to the hog line, and then it starts bending real quick, as you can see right now. He advances the redstone. Redstone is somewhat available from the right side. They're looking at the backing it on the left side. Daniel is looking at the drawing down to his own. Whereas Susan is calling for the draw to the 4-foot coming in on the left side with the intern. The Dutt team has the second scoring rock. Here comes another throw. In some ways, too, this could be somewhat defensive so that they cannot, their opponents cannot get into that side of the house, that side of the 4-foot, if they beat them to it. Seen that rock curl? They have good command of the weight. Great placement. Potential at 2 different directions, coming in with the out turn or the in turn. This event started in 2007, and the first national tournament, mixed doubles for the USA, was held here at the Bemidji Club. And Bemidji's own, Nate and Jamie Haskell, won that event, went on to Worlds. This year, the Worlds are in Geneva, Switzerland. And what a thrill that would be to play in Geneva. Corey Thesey and Corey Dropkin will be representing the United States in mixed doubles at the Olympics coming up in February. The curling event is actually going to start before the opening ceremonies. Susan Dutt here now with her red rock. They have hammer. If she's light, it'll guard that one on that side, but I think she's going for enough weight to move both rocks. You see how much it's turning here at the end. It appeared to be outside to start with, but it's cutting in across. She's sweeping it, wants to move it. Advance the rock in, double tap. Yellow is still shot rock. With that guard being taken out, Sam and Christine are looking at advancing Yellowstone. Tap that back. Potential setting up for big end. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Let's see the different sponsors scroll past in here on the site you're watching with. Christine. She pops us right. Potential setting up for big end here. Throwing a little weight to try to move some rocks. Appears to be a little bit wide. And they get one of them out of there. So completion of the first end. Christine McMakin and Sam Strouse are on the board first. The Dutt team will have hammer as he sets up. He being Daniel. Sets up the rock at the back of the forefoot in the middle of the ice. The guard rock is going to be set up here by Sam. As they scored first last time. Hammer belongs to the Dutt team. Christine ready to throw. Sam Strouse is going down to sweep for it. 1-0 after the first end. Christine McMakin attempting to draw onto that red stone that's in the back of the forefoot, or a little bit before that. Sam is waiting for it to calm down, die down a bit. It is curling in very nice. And there's a beautiful draw. Good job, Christine. Now Susan's going to attempt to draw in that same place. Appears to be a little bit more ice than in the game before. Notice some of the teams with More revolutions. It's staying straighter for him. Those with less. Seems to be curling more. Will she get by the guard? No, she's rubbing the guard. And number 2. Player that throws the first rock also throws the 5th rock. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th rocks are by their teammate. They can change that end to end, not during the middle of an end, but after each end they could change that. After the second end, we'll be given a little bit of information on the bios of these different players and try to do one in between most ends, at least 4 of them. After this game, we'll have a brief interview with the winning team on sheet 3. Christine and Sam have 2 rocks, out counting the red rock that was placed in the back of the house. Daniel is throwing right now. He's following up his own rock, his sweep. Got a little bit of weight to it, but it's curling in nice, and it's right on top of that shot rock. Christine and Sam now still have the shot rock, but the red rock is above that and available for use. We got a 1-0 score. The yellow rocks of Christine McMakin and Sam Strouse. Here's Sam trying to draw in on that rock that was just thrown. Hoping to cut into the inside of that. He has to come very tight to the guard rock and to do that. See it coming in there right now. It's curling strong. Beautiful draw weight. He's in the front. Another guard zone. Joy Barr is in the house. Not the curling house, but the building here at the Bemidji Curling Club. Proud hosts of these 2026 Mixed Double National Tournament. 16 teams vying for the United States Championship. They'll represent the USA in Geneva, Switzerland. What a fun place to go to. And they'll make memories for a lifetime. Last year's winner, Corey Druft and Corey Thesey, will be playing in the Olympics in a couple weeks. Daniel's rock. Got a long ways to curl. Trying to carve the way. Just a little bit of tap will do it. He's very close to it, and he slides by it. He must have slid by that about a half an inch at best. Christine talking with Sam, trying to figure out exactly what they want to call here. Get on the same page of what they want to do. They're throwing the yellow rocks. Yellow is currently sitting 1 from my angle. They have 1 and 3. Whereas the Dutt team has rocks 2 and 4. Attempting a sharp Sharp draw into the middle after passing the red guard. It's going to be tight. Has to be tight to be able to get that into the house, into the 4 foot. They are solid 8 foot with that rock. This event is going to run through Sunday with the championship at 1 o'clock Sunday. Again, the winner of that will be able to go to Geneva, Switzerland. Wow. This rock appears like it's going to be tight onto the guard. Will it get by? Will it get by? Gets by a hair. Drives the red rock back in there. Red is sitting 1. That's Susan and Daniel's rock. The coaches are allowed to be on the ice. I don't believe Christine and Sam have a coach at this event, but the Dutt team does, with Brian Dutt, their father. See Brian out sitting on the ice directly behind sheet 3, directly behind his son and daughter. Curling's truly a family sport. Christine throwing the yellow rock. You'll see when it starts to hook strongly right before the hog line there, it just starts. A lot of movement at the end. In fact, they're trying to get even more movement if they can. Susan trying to throw into that conglomeration of rocks. From our vantage point here, it appears that the red rocks are outcounting the one on the yellow. Red belonging to the Dutt team. Susan throws. They do have hammer. Now as it starts to bend, they're trying to dig into it. That's a pretty square and gets it out of play, and the red one is advanced. There's 2 of them. So, the red team of Susan and Daniel Dutt are placed 2 in that end, are now ahead 2-1. Speaking of the Dutt crew, we're going to look a little bit of Susan's bio. She's age 24. And of course, her teammate is her brother Daniel, and her dad Brian coaches them. They curl out of the Nutmeg Curling Club. Susan has played for 19 years. And how'd she start curling? But her entire family curls, and her mom grew up curling. Her favorite shot is a double takeout. We've heard another player say that. And her favorite memory in curling is that they won the World Juniors in 2022. Won the bronze, I should say. not the gold, but did win the bronze that year. She does play on a competitive curling team. She competes with Christine McMakin on the same team at Women's Nationals this season and playing against her teammate there. She likes tennis and pickleball. She's a project manager at Talon, commercial solar development company. She loves to hike and hiking the Adirondacks, 46 high peaks. And on top of it all, she's a dog person. Dogs before cats for Susan Dutt, who is just throwing this rock. Counting for a large curl. They're giving quite a bit of broom, but you can see how that rock breaks so drastically hard from left to right here and then right to left, and she slides by the guard rock. Probably will show a little bit on the other side, very little, as the rock ends up 3/4 of the way into the 8-foot. Now here's Christine. Trying to get right back into that button area. No sweep here. A little bit hot. Slides by the scoring rock. Hangs on just by a pinch on the back of the house. Back to the 12-foot. Say if you're in the Bemidji area and want to have an enjoyable afternoon or evening, come out to the Bemidji Curling Club and watch the action. You'll see curling, that unbelievable abilities of these curlers. Daniel Dutt right now throwing an intern draw. Some of you may wonder, why don't they throw takeouts here and get rid of the guards and different things? They cannot do that until the 4th rock. If they knock out an opponent's rock, they have to replace it and take their own out. There's a nice draw. Susan acknowledges what Daniel just threw. Now being a 4th rock, they can take out the rocks. Here's a high hard one by Sam Strouse, trying to hit it right on the beak. There's one, there's two. One goes out and the other one must have been a little miscue and someone hit the stone or whatever. They moved it over a little bit. Susan telling her brother to draw right into that rock. Scores 2-1. That team ahead. The McMakin and Strouse team having hammered this end. So far, pretty even game. Both teams playing quite well. Getting used to the ice. Needs to move in. Coming in now. Comes in pretty tight. It appears that red is sitting 2. Red rocks belonging to the Dutts. Appreciate the ice crew that's done a wonderful job in keeping our ice so on top notch for these curlers. And we have a lot of officials too that are volunteers. Appreciate all the volunteer work here. Sam Strouse. Concerned about getting around that guard. Oh, that had to be the smallest of threads between that rock and the rock he was throwing, but he gets by. Have 4 rocks either in the house or touching the house of the 4 foot, I should say, not the house. Dutts are sitting 1 and 3, I believe. Their opponents are 2 and 4. The precision on how they draw these houses and directly into the 4 foot is amazing. Daniel sweeping his own rock. Looks like he can get around the guard this time as he tightens up. He'll tap his opponent's rock. They are sitting 1 and 2 and 4. 3 and 5 belong to Christine and Sam. Sam's in the hack, getting ready to throw. Wants some of those rocks to disappear. Here's his takeout shot, coming down hard as he does a fancy spin. He knocks 1 out and scatters 2 of his yellow rocks some. You catch that spin? So Susan's looking at drawing in. They're getting used to how much ice they need. It appears to be curling more this afternoon than it did this morning. Closer to what the curl was on it last night. We're in sheet 3, the feature sheet. If you'd like to watch any of the other games, they're on our website through our live stream. We even have a site that you can watch all 4 games at the same time. Although this is our feature sheet. At 4 o'clock today, Seneca Visness against Weldon Freeney. Susan's draw, they're waiting for it to move. It appears to be a little bit heavy. Slightly. They're sitting 2. They're ahead 2 to 1, but they do not have the hammer. That last rock advantage goes to Christine and Sam this end. Three more rocks in this end. They'll be doing the intern, which is clockwise. Trying to draw right into that pocket. Be hard to get out, and it would be shot rock. Needs to curl a long ways, but we'll see it move quite a bit here at the end. A little bit outside. That pocket is still there. Paul Thompson in the house, taking care of things behind the bar. There's 2 points. Two points for Susan and Daniel Dutt, coached by their dad, Brian. See Brian down on the end, the home end. He rightfully is pleased. You can see a big smile after that end. 4-1. The game to go yet. Just starting the fourth end. 8-end game here. Christine McMakin and Sam Strouse have hammer. This is Pool A. Top seed is in Pool A. That'd be Sarah Fenson, Andrew Stapira. Draw to the button. This is Susan throwing her rock and coming up and sweeping on her own rock. Looks like a pretty good stone. Sweeping it hard to get it to the button. Top of the button. There's a beautiful rock. Aptly thrown by Susan. Christine. In the hack. The rock is hanging out there quite a while. Starting to turn now. Starting to curl. Need to have it curl strong here at the end. Comes right up to her own rock. I believe Dutt's red rock is sitting shot rock. So they're coming around on the right side. Daniel throwing the rock, Susan holding the broom. At the inner edge of the 12-foot. Starting to move now. See this move strong. Got to get it by. Got to get it by. They rub the guard. Boy, they turn drastically to the left and right. Both ways coming in. You have to anticipate that curl. Strong curl in. waits to get to about 5 feet before the hog line before it starts to move much, and then it moves sharply. Sam Strouse trying to hold his rock from curling too much. Slides gently by, gets to the inside of the rock, their rock, and he pops their red rock back. Sam and Christine are sitting 1, 3, and 4. The Dutts have their red rock in the number 2 position, but it is behind the tee line. Daniel trying to draw into that pocket that you see right behind the button. Throws rock, gets up to sweep his own. Hanging out right at this moment. It's going to curl, and it's starting to curl now, but is it going to get by that? No, it doesn't. Got a little bit outside. Maybe started sweeping a little early, I don't know. That's the variable in the whole business. If he didn't do that, what would have happened? No way to tell. Christine and Sam are building up a solid end for themselves now. Comes a draw. Watch this start to move. Right about at the time of this last ad. Here it's going to turn. Predictable as always. Coming right onto that rock. Very good shot. Good rock, Sam Strouse. Sam's team sitting 2. They're currently behind 4-1. Sheet 3 at Bemidji Curling Club. You're watching the 2026 Mixed Doubles Nationals here in Bemidji, Minnesota. Come on in and watch curling. Have a good afternoon and evening. Get out of the cold. Join us at the club. Top level curling. Here's Daniel Dutt. Daniel's got to get to the inside of the yellow rock that's showing. He's concerned with the over curl. He's by it by a long ways, and he's coming right in to draw into that pocket. Beautiful rock. 6 rocks, either in the house or the 4-foot. Four of those are yellow stones that Christine and Sam have. The red rocks of the Dutts. Susan and Daniel, 2 of those. Christine McMakin holding the broom. Sam Strouse in the hack. Needs to get rid of that red one. Here comes a hit. Good weight, very fast. right along the side of the rocks. Gets by him. He hits the top one, blasts them all. There's 3 rocks left after we hit all those. Yellow sitting 1 out in the open. Two red rocks in the house. One of those red rocks is the second rock touching the button. Red rocks belong to Dutt, who are now shooting. This will be Susan throwing the rock. Last rock for the Dutts right now. Fifth and final stone for them. Trying to hit that one. Need it to curl a little bit so it doesn't roll out. Hits it and rolls out. They still have the shot rock. Question is how to get that red rock out and save both your 2 yellow rocks. You know they'll attempt to score. Whether they attempt to score 1 or 2. Looks like they could run those 2 red rocks that are guard rocks straight back and potentially sit the one scoring rock. But if that one ever spilled out, that would be dangerous. She's trying to draw from the right side, just a cold draw to the button. Waiting to bend. Does not get it there. There'll be another steal of 1. We come to the 4th end break. Let's talk a little bit about Christine McMakin. Christine curls out of the Fargo Moorhead Curling Club. Teammate, of course, is Sam Strouse. She's been curling for 20 years. Started curling with her mom, who was the president of the Pittsburgh Curling Club. And curling became a generational sport for them. She's a huge fan of Thomas Ulsrud. It's R.I.P. Her favorite curling shot is a crisp in-turn half-rock double. How about that being precise? Most of them just say try to get a double. She says a crisp in-turn half-rock double. Her favorite memory was the Junior World Curling Championships in Korea. Those junior championships were held a year before the 2018 Olympics, so she was there in 2017. It was a test event for that facility in 2017. She plays on a 4-person competitive team with Jordan Hine, Tessa Thurlow, and Susan Dutt. That name sound familiar? They're playing each other today. Her favorite sport besides curling is volleyball. But volleyball hasn't been that kind to her because she broke her ankle last summer doing that. She's an electrical engineer at Case New Holland. Interesting fact about her is that she ran the Fargo Half Marathon this year. She's a dual citizen, and her brother and her used to compete in Canada. So it was the year that went to the U.S. Junior Nationals in the U.S., and he was playing in the Canadian University Championships. Lots of flying for her parents in that year. Asked her who she'd like to thank and why, and she says her mom for getting her in the sport, her fiance for helping her prep and practice for this event, and her boss who let her go into the negative this year on vacation so she could be here. Well, we're glad you're here too, Christine. And thanks for sharing with us this game of curling that we love. Where else can you throw rocks at houses and get away with it? Thanks to our sponsors. You'll see them on the screen. Code will come up if you want to donate to the cause of this production. The cost that's being incurred. I encourage you to do that and would appreciate it. Now here we have a power play. Power play is called by the team that has the hammer to generate scores. Each team can do that once throughout the 8 ends. One end is played with a power play. They choose to do it on the 5th end, the weigh in. The team with the power play puts a rock at the intersection between the red and yellow. And they could set that up on the right side or the left side. The opposing team sets the guard. If you look at the clock, there's a clock, 2 clocks, and a countdown clock. She has to wait till that clock gets down, and then she can start. There's some really good officials this week. One of them's here in the booth now, Brian Glenn. I'm going to chat a little bit with Brian. He didn't know it, but he's going to. How you doing, Brian?
Good. How about yourself, Ken?
Good, good. Doing a good job, I see out there.
Well, it's been pretty easy so far. Hasn't been any controversies, only a few measurements here and there, but
yeah,
kind of nice with curling. They kind of police themselves, you know.
Yeah. Look at that draw. Susan bumps that rock out into the open. So what's your duties this week as an official, Brian?
There's a couple locations you're placed, either on ice official, and that's where you're posted on the ice and you do measurements and you settle any sort of disputes on misplaced rocks, or answer any rules questions or settle any rules violations, but that's been pretty rare. And the other position would be behind the glass as a timing supervisor, and that's where you keep an eye on all the clocks and correct any mistakes made in timing, those kinds of issues.
Okay. I see that you've been on the ice most of the time?
I have, yeah. I prefer to be out there. It's just a little more fun to hear and see strategy and, listen to the folks.
How many years have you curled, Brian?
Well, I took the class from you. I think that would have probably been mid-1990s, maybe 98 at the latest, something like that. And I've been an official probably now for or more years.
And you do a good job at it, Brian.
Well, thanks, Kent. I
Remember
appreciate.
once upon a time your daughter, Carol, Brianna?
Yeah, yeah. Now she's living in town and got a beautiful 4-year-old daughter of her own, and we get to see all the time. So I'm pretty blessed that way.
Good deal. Good deal. Usually go to state and national bonspiel, I know.
Well, I've been doing this state and national seniors the last few years, and I know you have too, and that's a lot of fun. It's just a good camaraderie kind of event, and you get together with the other teams afterwards and socialize and, hear about other clubs in other parts of the country. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Hope to keep doing that.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate all your work. I got to join you for many years.
Yeah, you and I curled together, and I know my first bonspiel I ever won was with you.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate your support over the years. You taught me how to curl, and you've always been very polite and friendly, and I appreciate that.
Well, thank you, Brian. We got a good camaraderie here in this sport and here in this club.
Yeah.
And appreciate all that you do.
Well, I'm sure you could outfish me, but we'll have to take that opportunity sometime this summer.
We got to challenge that.
Yeah. I know you know Lake Andrusia like the back of your hand, so.
Yeah, I know where the fish aren't.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thanks.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for all your help.
This is Brian Glenn, one of our officials. He's, I believe, the only official that this weekend that is a local official from Bemidji. The Red Rock's getting a little precarious in there, isn't it? Yellow's trying to mount a comeback. Yellow rocks are thrown by Christine McMakin and Sam Strouse. This is now Daniel Dutt. And he's attempting to draw into that mess. Seeing him on this power play works out. Christine and Sam will be having hammer shots, the last rock. The hammer goes to the team that did not score the last end. The team that scored last has to throw first. The precise drawing of these players are incredible. Winner of this event goes to Geneva, Switzerland. What a throw. Not seen any team coming in danger with the clock running out of time. Game goes by pretty quick. Already in the fifth end. This rock is curling in and will pop the red stone of the Dutts out into the 4-foot. Looking at that shot, I believe there's a shot if you curl. If you threw an in-turn from the center to the red rock, that's in the 4-foot. And wick it off the red one in the middle. Precise shot. But I believe you could save most of yours and spill theirs. You do need to throw quite a bit of weight to do that. I think we're looking at more of a draw here. I'd like to see him try that double. by hitting on the inside, the button side of the rock in the 4-foot. Here's Daniel. Ahead by 3. Looks like they're sitting 2 right now. Here comes possible another one. I guess that shot I was calling for the yellow team, actually. Christine and Sam when they throw their rocks. But he puts one in there that kind of eliminates that potential. Susan and Daniel Dutt were ranked number 9 in this field. They look like they should be ranked much higher. How well they're playing. Sometimes the ranking means a lot, and sometimes it just doesn't mean that much. They're in the Pool A team. The Pool B side will be playing the next draw at 4 o'clock. I believe we'll see a few rocks move here. Sam Strouse. No, not real hard. Gonna try to get it in that pocket. Right between those 2 rocks. Knocks one of them out. Slides out. Red is sitting 1 for sure. Second one's debatable who has that one. There's Susan. Question is, after all this playing on the side there, will it come down to a draw to the button? We'll have to see. Daniel holding the broom. Susan runs up to sweep her own rock. That one's starting to curl earlier than we've seen the other ones. I would imagine it's because it's lighter at this point. A little bounce out that would lines up a good guard and sitting 2, possibly 3. Three red rocks from the Dutt contingent are in the house. 5 of the Yellowstones. Christine McMakin, Sam Strouse. Final rock.
Yeah. That's just Bemidji. That's been like that. I'm trying to figure out when that started.
Christine throwing that button shot. Sam sweeping hard. Needs to get it to the 4 foot. accomplished. Point 4. Christine McMakin and Sam Strouse. We have a 4-2 or 5-2 score. Eight-end game. Daniel and Susan Dutt are leading 5-2. They will have hammer also. They need to preset those rocks. Team with hammer will have the red rock in the back of the forefoot. The guard stone goes to the team that scored last. I'm sure Christine and Sam would like to steal here. Tighten up the score. See Tim talking. Daniel talking to his father. That being Brian. First rock by the team that scored. Christine McMakin, who made that draw for the point. After all that play to the side, they threw one to the button, or attempt to. She did get it into the forefoot to count out those counters from the Dutt. Here comes the draw. Will it make it past that guard? It does. Going right on back to the top. Well, top of the button. Yep. Just touching the T line. A few more people here at this draw. Number more. Later on at the 4 o'clock draw, I expect more, and even more. It's 7:30 draw. A lot of good curlers have come out of the Bemidji Curling Club. State, national, world champions. And the host to many of these events. Proud tradition. A draw freeze by the Dutts. Sam Strouse. But a few revolutions. The rock's holding out a little bit. Starting to come in good now. Weight will tell a lot. Rubs that red stone, goes to the back left side of the forefoot. Hope you're keeping warm wherever you are. We need to put an extra blanket on the bed. Or as the song goes, throw another log on the fire. Currently 14, probably one of the warmest temperatures here in Bemidji that's coming up. We're going to get very cold. Predicting for 14 below to be the high come Friday or Saturday. Here's the draw in, right to the top of the house. Now they're saying 15 below at for a high on Friday. Tricky shot here. Not a whole lot of room for error. Have to throw it outside to get to the 4-foot on this left side. Looking pretty good. Sweeping it in. This could be an exceptional shot. It sneaks by that ever so tight. It is a third of the way into the 4-foot. Your team, Dutt, how would you play this? They're looking at running Yellow Rock back as potential. The opponent's rock. And if they could pop them out, then it'd be sitting pretty good. Potential danger is not getting those two out and knocking their own out. Risk reward time. Playing the hit onto the Yellow Rock in the top of the 4-foot. Drive it back and knock out the Yellow Rock that's in the button area. Difficult shot. He speeds up to catch his own rock to sweep it, trying to hold it out. He's wanting to curl. Concerned about getting their own red, but they get past that by just the smallest of margins. Makes a beautiful shot, gets the one out of the button, and rolls the second rock to the back of the 4-foot. That was one nice shot. His sister, gotta be proud. His dad. Beautiful shot. So Sam Strouse gonna be trying to outdraw the two red rocks that are in the 4-foot. They don't have a lot of room to get around that one red in the 8-foot, but we'll see them attempt to do that. Sam throws, runs up and be ready to sweep his own rock. It's already starting to dig in, starting to go towards the button. Sweeping hard to counter that. Wants to sneak by the red one. He does. What a beautiful shot. Sam Strouse. Great shot. Great shot. That's definitely a high fiver. Sam, I'm sure it's good to have that in your back pocket. Now let's see what Daniel does with that stone. Appears like he's going to try to catch a piece of that and flip it out. He's in the hack, concentrating, slides out, puts the curl on it, In turn, clockwise curl, runs up to sweep. Got to get by his own red rock. Got to get by his own red rock and yet get a piece of the yellow. He does, but it smashes into another red rock, the one that was in the back of the forefoot. Yellow sitting first and third. Red with his second and fourth and possibly the fifth. Don't know if all those will come into play. Sixth end in competition, sheet 3, Bemidji Curling Club. Warmest reprieve we have all week is right now. We're expecting it to get much colder. Tim Johnson taking care of the timing for us. Recognize that Johnson team. Johnson name. Tim and his wife Liz played many competitions. Men's and women's and mixed. Their daughters Jamie and Cassie. Now Jamie Haskell and Cassie Potter. Very accomplished curlers, including a World Junior title in that family. Of course, that family goes back a long tradition of curling. Tim's dad, Lenny Bergstrom, curled for a long time, still curling with the legends at 85 years old. His grandfather, one of the best leads I've ever seen, Harlow Bergstrom, nice guy, good friend. And it's fun, you can be good friends with people 50 years older or younger than you, which I was with Harlow, and enjoy this game together. Or it could be the same age. Here comes the rock. Christine trying to draw in tight. Trying to go in tight. It's pretty even. Sitting at the tee line. I expect to see that to be followed up by the Dutt team on that same shot. The other possibility is to raise the red one that is already sitting probably second. That's the one that they're talking about advancing. Daniel showing that advancement on that rock. I believe that's what they're going to call. We'll see Susan attempting it. Room is between the 8 and 12 foot line. Right at the tee line. If they can advance that red one. Oh, about 4 to 6 inches. The red one that's in the forefoot, if they can advance that, they'll take the point. Need to get around the front rocks and yet move the one that's in the forefoot. They're sweeping it hard to get it from not moving so much. I believe it's going to tap their own. Yellow will get the steal. Christine McMakin and Strouse steal one. Score is now 5-3. Brian Glenn, who we just talked with, is out there As an official to put up the score. Steve Shields on the other end, officiating. Steve travels to a lot of these events. There's our steal of one. Five to three. Throwing to the waist side of the curling club. Of course, odd ends throwing away, even ends coming back to the home. Now we see a power play. Power play is called by Team Dutt. McMakin and Strouse have already used theirs. Starting out the seventh end, here's Christine McMakin, longtime curler. Had a tremendous career in junior curling. Her mama coached for many years. Shout out to her. She's in her 20th year of curling. Christine is that. Her mom got her into the sport. Tight on going over that hog line. It doesn't. So that rock is kicked out. Dutts with hammer appear to be attempting to split the house, get them as far apart as they can, and still scoring. Makes it hard to get a double, especially if they're in a straight line across from each other. Right after this game, we'll be interviewing the winning team from the sheet. "16 teams, 32 curlers. Throw in a few coaches, some officiators, some ice people, and we have a national tournament. This being the 2026 Mixed Doubles Nationals. First one held at this club in 2007. We held another one in between now and then. It's been my pleasure to be able to be your announcer today and throughout this event. My name is Kent Barr. I have my lovely wife sitting beside me. Beautiful draw. That was a very nice draw. That's what they need. Daniel will be trying to draw into that rock too. At least corner it. This power play changes up the whole dynamics of an end. This being the seventh end. This rock is going to dash in. Daniel sweeping hard. Splits them apart. A little more chance of running the red into the yellow and getting the yellow out of play. Strouse and McMakin trying to come back in this game. Scored the last two ends. But if Daniel and Susan have anything to say about it, they're not going to let them do it. They throw the guard. Daniel Dutt. Clockwise run back, angle run back to eliminate the red stones. Here's what it attempted to do. They eliminated that one. He did not stick around, but it was a nice elimination of that stone. Christine calling a draw. They are sitting number one. Like to steal. We'll see how far they bring this back, if they want to keep it out of the rings or are they going in. Needs to curl a lot from the hog line in to be real effective. Question is to leave it there pretty tight to get through that hole. Can be done, especially with that kind of curl. Susan looking to go through that port, or will they want to draw around and draw to the 4 foot? I like the port shot myself. I know it'll be tight if they have the right broom, they can get it. Eliminate that yellow rock. Cuts down on the scoring attempt. Daniel in the hack. Delivers. Waiting for it to curl. Now it comes, coming hard. When it starts moving, moves hard. Is he by? He's in through the port. Oh, he rubs the one rock ever so slightly. Have to admit, I thought he had it all the way. Just barely rubs that rock. Yellow sitting 1, red 2 and 3. Yellow rocks thrown by Christine McMakin and Sam Strouse. This is in the A pool. Number 1 seed in the event, Sarah Anderson Fenson, Andrew Stapira. Christine, Yellowstone. Looking at coming around the middle guard, closer to the forefoot with this rock. Make this shot rock. Trying to get it in line. They're about half hidden with that stone. With the curl, they can get to it, at least freeze to it. McMakin and Strouse, who are down on the scoreboard, are sitting 2. We have Susan Dutt's shot coming right now. Susan's waiting for it to curl. Starting to curl. Curling sharply. She's right on top of it. Knocks it out. Score for the Dutts. We now have a 6-3 ball game. Nice shot. Keeps the lead strong. 6-3 after 7. Daniel Dutt going down to set up the rocks. A little bit about Daniel. Loves ultimate frisbee. And he's a scientist at Thea Energy. His favorite memorable curling experience was scoring an 8-ender while playing with his dad. Good memories. He's originally from the Philadelphia Curling Club, played in Plainfield Curling Club, and is now at Denver. He has curled for 25 years. His favorite curling shot is an open draw. Getting to do a lot of this open draw in this mixed doubles national championship, 2026 version. He's holding the broom now for his sister. He'd like to thank his parents for supporting his sister and him in curling travels. I'd also like to give out a shout out to brother Andrew. Susan's draw. Sam Strouse getting ready to sweep. Sam, of course, is teammates with Christine. His home curling club is the Chaska Curling Center. He's played for 13 years. His dad taught him how to curl. Good memories. His favorite shot's a run back, and his curling hero is Mark Kennedy. Most memorable curling experience was getting the bronze at men's nationals in Spokane in 2020. He'll be at men's nationals with Team Tuma. Draw in by Christine. These two teams, both are going to be in contention, I believe. Both very good teams. Nice draw to the back of the button. Christine McMakin. Here's Daniel Dutt throwing the out turn. Attempting to land right on the button. Waiting to curl. Waiting for the curl. A little bit heavy to sweep it hard. It should catch it anyway. Is the shot rock, but it's sitting a little bit out, precariously where it could be attacked by the yellow rocks of Christine McMakin and Sam Strouse. Stay tuned after this game as the winning team is going to come up for a little bit of an interview right after this game. Come back and join us for 4 o'clock draw. Another one at 7:30. This pool will be playing again at 7:30. Here's Sam's rock. You need to score 3 for a tie. Starting to bend. Need to get to the inside here. A little directional sweeping attempted. Yellow sitting 2. Needs 3 for the tie. Christine and Sam do have the hammer in this 8th final end, unless we advance into an extra end, a 9th end. The time and dedication and the hundreds of thousands of rocks that these teams throw during the year to get ready for this event, phenomenal. Daniel throws the draw, gets up, gets ready to sweep it. Rock starting to bend now. Needs to get into the button. Bending very nice. Sitting 1. Red rocks 1 and 3. Yellow 2 and 4. Red rocks belonging to Susan and Daniel. 8th end action. Again, we'll be waiting for the winning twosome here. Be talking to right after this game. Rock appears to be curling quite a bit. We'll hit the red guard. Opens up a port, which will make things interesting. We have a timeout, I believe. Susan and Daniel trying to figure out how they want to attack this play. Ryan, their father and coach, giving his input now. Sam Strouse off to the side, trying to see what they plan. Both teams appear to have adequate time on the clock. Out of that. Nice slide. Great concentration. Looking at running back here, maybe. Don't know if it'll curl enough to get past that guard. Rubs the guard. Rubs the guard. Makes it hard though. Makes it real difficult for Sam Strouse and Christine McMakin to get their rock in there. If they had a rock go through, trying to get through that port, would it dribble back in to the counter? They do have a hammer. Would like to have a shot at the end here. There goes Sam to throw. Will he attempt a straight run back here? Be a fast rock if he does. The other one is he could be trying to go through the hole, through the port. There goes the run back. Open for that curl. It did not. It did take the guard out of there. Susan. Looking at complicating things by drawing another rock in there. Already a difficult shot. McMakin and Sam Strouse. Christine McMakin, they have to score 3 to keep this game alive. Susan's last stone. She's up and sweeping it. Throws another one right on the button. Throws solid. Tough rock to call now. To be frank, I don't really see killing those 3 and scoring 3. Hit there, into theirs. They get into their own wrong. That'll shoot that out, but that's not a lot of possibilities right now. See the timeout? Less than a minute left on the time clock for Team Dudt. Team McMakin, Strouse, sitting with a minute. This is the last rock of the end. If they do not get 3, it'll be the last rock of the game. she comes, Christine McMakin. She's an accomplished curler. Is it there? There goes one red rack. 2 others need to be moved out. Pretty impossible. So there's your winner. Daniel and Susan Dutt, coached by their father, Brian. We hope to have a word with the winning team. We look forward to a draw at 4 o'clock. They'll be coming into the cozy confines here of the broadcast booth. Look forward to talking to them. I'm sure you'll hear a lot of Team McMakin and Strouse. They're a good team. We'll see many more wins from them, I expect. Curling, a family tradition for the Dutt family, comes out ahead. I enjoyed having my bride here in the booth with me tonight. Daniel playing out of the Denver Curling Club. Susan playing out of the Nutmeg Club. He'll be back out on the ice at 7:30 tonight. And there they are.
Hello.
At least half the team. Quite a game.
Thank you.
Quite a game. Got one chair anyway. And your sister's coming up?
She's coming.
Okay.
I thought she was right behind me, but
And we'll have perhaps your father joining us?
yeah. I ran up here because that's
Yeah,
what I was told to do.
as soon as they get here. A great game played.
Thank you. Yeah, it was
Very
fun.
nice game. Danielle, I got a mic for you.
Okay.
You just hold that according to being close to you. Congratulations, Susan.
Thank you. Do you
Come
want
on over here.
Coach to be here as well?
If he comes up, we'll grab him. Otherwise, we'll just talk to the
Should
brother-sister
we
combination.
sit or whatever?
Whatever you'd like. Just if you'd hold that mic up closer to your mouth, that'd be great. Wow, what a game! You guys were extraordinaire.
Yeah, we felt good.
Yeah, feels good to come off of the loss last night and
Yes.
sharpen up a little bit.
Who did you play last night?
Andrew and Sarah.
Yeah, good team.
Yeah, good friends of ours as well.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I'm now related to Sarah.
Yeah.
She married my great nephew, Graham Fenson. So yeah, you guys look sharp out there.
Thank you.
Yeah. What was the turning point, do you think, for you?
I think honestly it was a lot of like just staying sharp. I think we felt good from the beginning, getting the 2 and like an early 1-point lead even, and then from there it was just consistency.
Yes.
Just playing it safe. Even towards the end it's doubles, so anyone can score big ends late in the game, so just making sure we don't get too comfortable.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the ice has been fantastic, but I think last night, second half, we were struggling with weight a little bit, coming a little heavy, and that's a death sentence in doubles. So today we were really focusing on making sure we keep stones in play in the top of the house, and we did a much better job of that.
Got to control that top half, especially the top of the forefoot, to beat them in there and be able to have something to run back. I've seen a lot of teams this last couple of games getting a lot of rocks in the back half and getting themselves in a little bit of trouble. See any of that in your play?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're both guilty of that at times, but it's we're working on it. Yeah.
You're curling out of the Denver club? No?
I am now. Yeah, I've been in Denver for about 3 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And Nutmeg.
Yes, I've been there for 2 years. So
Can you tell the folks where Nutmeg Curling Club is?
Connecticut.
Connecticut. Stronghold of curling, huh? Yeah. Well, we're
good
glad you're here. How did you get to this event?
We qualified off of mixed doubles points. Yeah, we had done all the qualifier events and it did well in all of them, but came up short from actually qualifying for a spot, but had accumulated enough points to get in off of those points at the end.
Yeah. Susan, I think I ran into you as a junior coach, playing juniors. Who'd you play with at that time?
Oh, which year? Probably the Strouse rink.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you run into the same families, sometimes on the same team, sometimes against them.
I mean, that's what I love about curling. And even like today, I was playing Christine, who we're playing together for women's later this season. So,
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who
that'll
else
be
is
fun.
on that team?
Tessa Thurlow and Jordan Hine.
You got a good team?
Yeah,
You
excited.
got a good team? Are you playing?
Yeah, I play men's with Team Mansell. So Sean Franey is here at doubles this week, and then we
Yes.
also have Elliot Mansell and Simon is our lead.
Sure. Who throws the bricks then?
The bricks?
The last rock.
Oh, Mansell, the Elliot, yeah.
Okay. So you sit now 1-1, is that correct? Mm-hmm. You have an opportunity to go 2-1 this afternoon.
Yeah.
Or this evening. 7:30 game. Do you know who you play then?
I forget.
Potentially,
Potentially, yeah.
I think it's
Skevy.
one of the same name teams like us, either Skevy or Craft. Just that.
Yeah.
We just show up and play.
Okay. Well, how easy or difficult is it to play with your brother or your sister?
Honestly, I feel like we don't fight. We do a decently good job. Yeah.
We've been told that we get along well on the
Yeah.
ice. You
I
know,
think you do. I've watched a lot of other brother-sister combinations and
off ice. You know, we're just at each other's throats the whole time.
Yeah. And I'm sure your dad would get harsh on you. I say that tongue in cheek because I know he's a good man.
I think our dad as our coach is meaner to us than we are to each other.
Oh yeah.
It's actually nice. I mean, I think like playing with a sibling, you can be hard on each other, but you know you're not like taking it personally
Yeah.
because you know
You can't hurt each other's feelings.
Exactly,
'cause
exactly.
Yeah, it's a little
you're each other's
different,
siblings, you're
right?
allowed to.
Whereas a teammate that you're not related to,
Yeah.
you got to be a little careful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's the future hold after this event?
men's and women's.
Yeah, that's our next focus, and
Okay.
come back strong next season for doubles.
Yeah, I think we're both excited to like get more into doubles. I mean, this is not our first mixed doubles nationals. We did
COVID year, 2020 or 2021, I think.
something like that. But we're happy to be back, and yeah, I mean, we made the playoffs last time. You know, we're hoping to make the playoffs again this time, and I think both of us are excited to like play more doubles events in future seasons and kind of like work on that because we've both been so focused on men's and women's in the past.
Right. Well, you guys are just getting better and better every time I see you play, and I think you got a great future in this sport. I don't understand where you were put in rankings, because I think you're much better than the rankings
We
showed.
like being an underdog. Yeah.
Well, you may just be the underdog of the week, and I wish you the very best. Come back strong at 7:30, and keep on curling the way you did today, and you'll be fine.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Wish you the very best, and good luck the next time you throw rocks at houses. Okay?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
And that was the Dutt family, Susan and Daniel. Their coach Brian not here, but was down on the ice. Fantastic play by that team. We look forward to seeing what else happens in the coming week. This was their second draw. They're standing 1-1. Going to play tonight for their second win at 7:30. It's been my pleasure to announce this game for you. My name is Kent Barr. I hail from the Bemidji Curling Club, also a member at Itasca Curling Club in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. Love sharing the game of curling with you. Hopefully you'll join us back at 4 o'clock, short time, 4 o'clock, and then again at 7:30 tonight. We'll see you then.